Okay, so the Milwaukee Bucks got eliminated last night. Giannis was not happy. He wasn't thrilled about. I think I'm gonna butcher this guy's name. Hollenberg's father got on the floor. Some words were exchanged. Was with Giannis and with him. His son, said there was no excuse for his father to be out there on the court in the first place. But it just seems like Giannis was a little upset. He got into it not only with his father, but got into it with another player. And hey, it is what it is. Okay, Milwaukee, it is. You win some, you lose some. Y'all won a chip, and it's gotten so ridiculous, particularly in the rumor circus mill of the NBA. A lot of people are saying that, maybe Giannis should go to the Lakers. All right, let's talk about that before we even talk about the future of the Milwaukee Bucks. First and foremost, how that's gonna work? Okay, you got Luka who needs the ball. You have LeBron who needs the ball, and if you get Giannis, he can't play off the ball as well. Even if you're able to get him, which I don't see how that's going to work. Milwaukee is just going to give Giannis away like Dallas did with Luka. I think with that circumstance, with Luka and Dallas just did not want to pay him the Supermax contract. If they could have figured out a way to keep Luka without paying him the Supermax, he would still be on that team. But a lot of things are being exploited with the Lakers series with the Timberwolves. They could really use Anthony Davis. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers, there would have been a couple of games where y'all could have used Anthony Davis, but you don't have him. He's with Dallas. You got you got Luka. It is what it is with that. Okay, but I just don't see how Giannis is going to fit with the Los Angeles Lakers and what the Los Angeles Lakers are going to give up to the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks doesn't need anything that they have. They would rather keep Giannis and just build around him. So let's just move forward, turn the page on the Milwaukee Bucks. What are they going to be doing in the offseason? To me, hopefully Dame gets healthy. That's pretty much, that's the big piece, the big chip that you need to worry about. Dame come back from this injury and is able to play opening day. That's what you should be eyeing on. If Dame can make it able to play opening day. Giannis just being Giannis. As far as that roster goes, they need some pieces. I think personally, they got enough pieces to score, but they lost a lot of their depth, and a lot of that depth that they had, was defensive. They need to learn how to stop the Indiana Pacers. I felt like the Milwaukee Bucks is playing in the hands of the Indiana Pacers. They rather for it to be a fast-paced game. They rather for it to be scoring on both ends of the court. But I think Milwaukee Bucks have lost their way. Particularly, they're not, following the blueprint and what they got them to chip in the first place, and it was defense. You're going to have some defensive players on that roster of the Milwaukee Bucks. You need to replenish that depth. That depth is not extremely deep. You got some scorers. If you're able to keep those scorers like Gary Trent Jr., if you're able to keep him, it's all good in the hood. Even Green can help you scoring. But to me, you need to start, even if you have to get rid of Gary, even if you can't keep Gary Trent Jr., and let's just say you just got Giannis and Dame. I think those two tandems, that duo is good enough where you can just put some decent scoring around them, but your depth should be about perimeter defense. So, yeah, that's what the Milwaukee Bucks need to do as far as their immediate future, because there's not a lot of tread on that tire. The window is almost about to close. So, you might want to see if you can sneak in a championship with Giannis and Dame and see how that works. But it all depends on Giannis. Do Giannis believe that this organization is winning first? I think they have proven themselves over the years. They have given Giannis what he wanted. They have built teams around Giannis. All right. Obviously, they're going to be looking for a head coach. I think Doc is probably going to be in the broadcasting booth. I don't know what's out there head coach wise. If you're going to recycle coaches that have lost their jobs on previous franchise, go right ahead. I think you need to think young as far as head coaching goes. I think someone that's young, that has some experience in that has some experience in the NBA, went to college, doing very successfully in college. I think you need to look on the college perspective as far as top head coaches there. Maybe promote an assistant coach from the NBA. But yeah, definitely they're going to be looking for a new head coach. Like I said, your depth should be defensive perimeter. Not only, but you should have a couple of people in there that can stop teams where it won't be 119 to 118 or 125 to 124, a high scoring game, because you're playing in the hands of teams that are offensive capable of making those margins. Okay, you're playing in the hands of the Golden State Warriors. You're playing in the hands of the Boston Celtics. You're playing in the hands of, a lot of offensive-minded teams. I do feel like out of the teams I mentioned, Boston can stop if they're able to stop. They don't mind. But yeah, that's what they need to do. I don't know if they're going to do it, but we'll have to wait and see. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.